Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Broken Bone Bricks, and today I'm going to be giving a full Lego room and collection tour. So the reason I'm making this video now is because I will soon be moving to a new area, so I'll be having to change all of this around, but honestly it might be a good thing because I'll have a lot more space because a lot of my collection is already split up because I do not have enough room. And in this new place, I'll probably have enough room so I can hold it all. So I'll be pretty good. And I guess I'll just jump right into the tour. Before I do that though, I have to say that this is not my full collection because some of it is already split up because like I said, I don't have enough space. So there's some big sets missing like Rivendell, Baradur, or Baradur, however you say it, and the X Mansion, and some more. Those will be added to the collection when I can finally have them all together. And this is missing like containers for minifigures, like the Sterilite drawers for minifigures, parts, and stuff. So that'll all be accommodated for in the new area. And yeah, I'll talk about that some more later. So let's jump right into the collection. So I'll start off just behind me where I was just filming. I have a Ninjago city setup. So I got gardens, markets, and city. Those are some of my favorites in the whole collection. And I have all the golden collectible minifigures that came out in that legacy wave for the anniversary. So I think that looks really good. That's one of my favorites. Sits in front of the window. It just really looks cool. And underneath here, these are kind of just thrown in there because they'd fit. I have like the temple, I have Boost, I have the part from Ninjago City Gardens, and I have some Ninjago Season 15 sets right here. And underneath that, I have just some more thrown in there because ideally this would be part of a city, so that's just there. That's the temple, the City of Lanterns. No, it's not. Oh, why can't I think of that? The name of that. It's something. The Lantern Festival. That's what that is. Then over here, I have some Season 13 sets with the random green dragon. And underneath that, so this is on my floor, I have just like a bat cave. I have the ultra rare brick separators and like a blister pack thing. I have just kind of thrown in here. Police station, some classic parts of some of the base plates of another Lunar New Year set and another one there. Ninjago and Marvel are probably my favorite themes to collect, so I have a lot of Ninjago-esque sets. And let's jump down here. I have just some other sets. I have like a radio thing, some songs down there. So I have some creator sets, which kind of jump-started a lot of my collecting because that's when I kind of got into city type stuff. And then I have the pirate ship and the roller coaster along with that gift with purchase set. Then I have the Monkey Kid waterfall set. I have the Wakanda mine thing right here, so I kind of have it as like Wakanda. Then I have that other Monkey Kid set above it. Forgot the name of it. I got the Day of the Departed coal vehicle. This was actually my brother's, so it's kind of missing some stuff, but I have it in here. It's because I like it. We have some more stuff down there, but I'll get back to over here. So down here, kind of had all these sets, like the Sanctum and then the Far From Home set, but I also have some unbuilt sets down here. So I'm like, these are pretty small, just some generic, like I would give a purchase right here. Some random sets, some blisters. And I have some like non-Lego sets, like I have some G.I. Joe ones. I have some sets from Hershey Park. So yeah, I just have some random stuff down there. I'll jump over to this shelf right here. These are some of my favorites too right here. I have the Daily Bugle, which is one of my all-time favorites. The Natural History Museum, then Avengers Tower. And you can see I have the little Avengers Tower next to that. And I have a compound. I mixed my compound from Avengers Endgame. I also added the other compound from a newer Avengers Endgame remake. So it's kind of another city area. Underneath here, I have some Star Wars sets, which is pretty rare because I don't collect a lot of Star Wars. So like the Bad Batch, the Cantina, and that like Jabba's Palace thing. And then I have some Batman sets down here, and Garmadon's volcano, and some random road plate thing. I'll move that there. And so there I have like a Hogwarts train, random Batmobile, Kylo Ren shuttle, and a Batman like art thing. And I have the season 15 bounty next to that, and some like fake grass is like seaweed. But jumping up from that, I have the City of Lanterns, and I'm trying to remember, is that like Mega City or something? And then I have the Indiana Jones set right here. I actually got that in Germany, so that's really cool for me. And behind that, I have a bunch of unbuilt sets. Some of those are like supporting the random sets I had up, like Avengers Tower. That one's actually supported by like a shelf thing. But there's just a bunch of random sets back here that have been unbuilt. Like an old hidden side right there. I think that's the bus. Police station here. Mario. Got some Star Wars. I have an at somewhere in there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I got some gift with purchases right there. So, you know, that'll be a lot of fun to move. So I'll actually jump over here, kind of at the start of my room. So the door's right here. That leads in. Oh, and that's my bed up here. The Batman bed sheets, you know it. So down here is like some just parts that I have, which these are like from classic stuff. But another big part of my collection is that I bought like a lot of people's collections. And so I have a ton of just random parts. And so I'm going to be getting a brick sorter, and then I'll be sorting those all out and hopefully be able to have a ton of these part things on tables. So it'll be like, if you've ever seen like Brixie or like Brickitect, I could have it like theirs almost. But yeah, back to the collection. I have just a bunch of parts. I have some planes. I have a Kai piggy bank right there with the metal on them. And jumping down here, I have some random sets again. Like I have the Police Prison Island. I have some Dream sets, and I actually have a lot more of those to build. Those are just not up here right now. I have a Ninjago, the Combiner Mech, the Battle Bus. I have the Gauntlet, and yeah, the Mustang and stuff. There's a Monkey Kid set. That one's really cool. And in a few minutes, I'll actually be showing you all of these shelves pretty much all light up. So I can turn all those on. You can see them all in the dark. That's a lot cooler than seeing them like this. So in jumping up from that shelf, there's the Bionicle gift with purchase, and one of my favorite sets. It's a Spider-Man Final Battle from 2002, I think. So it has the Green Goblin, it has Spider-Man, it has MJ, and the bridge behind it. And as you can see, there's just some empty spots, and a lot of my stuff's downstairs and pretty much getting ready to move, so there's no point in bringing it up here. And jumping up from that, I kind of have like another random shelf, and that's a space station right there with all that series of the space figures. Which, if you don't know and you want to get like all of a series, there's a website where you can actually scan the QR code and you can find out which character's in there. I think it's Falcon Bricks or something. You can just look up like Lego minifig scanner and it'll work. So that's how I actually found all those. And then I have the Ecto one with the Ghostbusters, and I have the big Ecto one next to it. And I have a Chitauri and Benatar right there. So it's a really cool shelf. And then above that, a bunch of Ninjago sets. So I actually got this at the same time I got that. I don't know if you saw that. I'm not very good at watching the camera. So I got this out of Bricks and Minifigs, and that's the same day I got this set right there, and I got that sealed, so that was quite the day. And so I'll need to fill that. I just had like some of the core suits on there. I couldn't find my J and stuff, but yeah. So I'll be putting some figures on that. So here's a bunch of Ninjago sets on there. Then above that, it's Tournament Temple City, which I just did a video on. Well, not just did. That was like a year ago. I just finally edited it. But so there's that next to the bounty and the Dragonstone shrine. Now moving on, so I'll jump to the bottom here. Here's the haunted house set, and underneath that is the office, and yeah, Cole's car from earlier. And so I'll jump over to here. So I have Morrow's Dragon, which was one of my all-time most wanted a while ago, a few years ago actually. That was just, I loved that set ever since I was a kid. And some J sets, and I have some of this Ninjago sets all around. If you have any questions on any of these sets, just comment. I'll talk to you about them. So if you're wondering what they are, or yeah. So I just have a bunch of bikes and vehicles lined up, some dragons. Then I have the Temple of Resurrection, which this one was also one of my all-time most wanted. I wanted like all the season 8 and 9 sets. Then next to that, I have the Foo Dog Temple, which is, it looks really cool with the Foo Dogs. And then I have some Dragons Rising sets, and I have like just some generic Ninjago sets. And I'll move up to the next shelf. So here's like kind of my island sets right here. And some big mechs. And then like a season 16 set right there. Just a bunch of like temples and mechs and vehicles, which is Ninjago for you, and dragons. So there's all those sets. Then there's a Ninjago City. Then I'll jump up to the next one. I have some dragons. That actually has some ancient Chima sets right here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's hot in my room, jeez. And so we have some Legacy, and here's some of my season 5. I love those sets. There's Boreal right there, which was my old mascot of the channel, so that's pretty cool. And one of my all-time favorite sets, the Lighthouse Siege. I love that one so much. Then there's the Legacy Fire Dragon, or Flame. Then the Realm Crystal. Then we got the Dragon Pit with some dragons next to it. Now I'll jump to the next shelf. So on this shelf, I have Dr. Doom, Sauron, and Garmadon all watching over the room. And I have, the Creator 3-in-1 castle. I actually got multiple of them, and I made my own castle. It looks like it was done by a professional totally. A tin, I actually got that in Germany too. That's pretty cool. Then I have blacksmith shop up there next to the bonsai, and a Hogwarts setup. And that was one of my first Ninjago sets. That's really near and dear to me. For here we got the bounty. Just some more dragons and vehicles from Ninjago. Now I'll move back to down here where the city was. And I'll move back over there. You can see that just from farther away. Down here I just have some random figures and Funko Pops and such. And then above from that, I have the Hocus Pocus set, a Ninjago set from season 16, Razor Crest, the Treehouse, and some Marvel sets. Got the Blackbirds up here, and I have some Quinjets underneath that. Then up from that, I have some more Marvel, some Winnie the Pooh. Get out of the way so the light can go. Got a Monkey Kid set. That was one of my favorites. That was actually my biggest set for a while. That's really cool to see how far I've gone. Some Hidden Side. Got Venom attacking that for some reason. Moving up from that, I have season 2, the Temple of Light. It's actually an action figure of me, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I got some like underwater stuff from Monkey Kid. That's like a give with purchase. Namor's shrine, and the dragon from season 16. And up from that, this isn't Lego, but some helmets. So my dad and I have actually made those 4. That's Lego, as you can tell, but it's like a Dragon Knight from back in the day. That's a Venomized Wolverine. That's a Mask of Vengeance, and that's Dr. Doom. Now I can actually do videos on these, especially that one, because that's obviously Lego related. And then over here, this isn't Lego, but kind of my stuff. Got some katanas, got the Oni mask and stuff. Got the fire. Then down here we got just some random thrown together sets like the Jurassic World and some Star Wars, some storage stuff right there. Yeah, police helicopter. Then these are all filled with like minifigures and stuff from like seasons. So that's like season 7. This is like some Dragons Rising stuff. That's like random. I think that's like just city people and Monkey Kid. And then, so down here, this is underneath the bed. Well, I'll jump down here first. So it's got some random stuff. This is actually stuff my brother got me from Germany. He got me some Lego house sets too. He found some down there. And this road piece again. Dang it. I'll move that. But yeah, he got me Speed Champion set from the BMW museum. So that's really cool. One of my favorites. Favorite Speed Champion sets, that is. So down here I have some minifigures. Big figs. Actually, I own a lot of these, so I'll probably be like selling some of these. So if you see any that you want, let me know. I think there's like a bunch of Endgame and like Infinity War minifigures. And I think those are empty. Then I just have like random parts, like extra pieces. Then I have some railroad, and there's some set of, I think there's 2 sets of the Marvel minifigures, season 2, series 2 I should say. And I just opened them just to see who they were, so I've not messed with those. I'll probably be selling those too. And up from here, I'll move this light for you. But I have some modulars, modulars and Nightmare Before Christmas. I have some Hidden Side, some Ninjago cards from Germany. So I actually have lights up there. So yeah, there's all that. And then here I have a Mr. E helmet that I made. My dad. I can show that to you real quick. So I moved in the light where you can see it, but here it is, the Mr. E helmet. I'll put that up here so you can see it next to the Mask of Vengeance. Yeah, Mr. E is like one of my favorite bad guys and is one of my favorites. He's just really cool. So there's that, and that. I also made a jacket for him. So like matching jacket from the season. I could show that all off too. So yeah, I just showed you that, and there's a chair underneath that. That's the monster that attacks people if I don't want them in my room. So don't sneak in here. So I have my sets in there, and now it's time that I show you the room in the dark, which is pretty cool. So I'll turn this off, this big light off, and then I'll turn all my LEDs and lights on. So now all my lights are actually on, and I think it just makes the vibe a lot cooler. It looks a lot cooler in person because the light doesn't look as crazy. But yeah, and I have it all red because I like red quite a bit. Oh, that light's not on for some reason. Let me try to get that on. Alright, so I just got that light back on, and some LEDs falling right here. And that's a problem I always have, is LEDs falling, but for the most part they're actually fine. It's just I have a spot there and a spot there that they'll usually fall. But there's those shells in the dark. Got the city right here. All of those sets over there. And this shelf here. I'll move so I can show you this stuff down here. And I actually have some more lights. I don't know if they're plugged in right now. Yeah, so I have the railroad one on right now. Yeah, the lamp's on. My LED one isn't plugged in right now, so I won't be able to turn that one on. But there's just some light. I'm not a fan of overhead lights. So anything that'll light up the room without having the overhead light on is a plus for me. So yeah, here's the room. From my perspective, up here, I just wanted to show you guys all of this. And it sucks that I have to leave this room because I really like it. And it's like perfect. But I have to move, but it's not a terrible thing because I will be able to have a lot of room, a lot more room than this, because I have like Rivendell and stuff built downstairs, and I can't even have it up here because I have no room for it. So there's no spot I can put it and have other stuff not moved away. So yeah, it'll be really cool. I mean, I'll have a lot of parts. I'll hopefully have a decent sized city, and I'll have building tables and areas so I can do stop motion and stuff. It'll be really cool. Yeah, I got the dark saber down there, fire's on. I have the Oni mask up there, and a fountain over here. So that's what that noise was. The bed's up there, but there's that. And yeah, here's my whole Lego room. And I can actually switch these lights to other colors. Like, I'll just switch this side shelf because this is my most recent. It works the best. I can switch it to like white. So who knows? This next place actually might do full white lights, just so I can actually see all the details of the sets. But I could do like, that's like if I make sounds or something. But there's green, so yeah, who knows? I might do white all around, but I've always liked the red in here. This looks cool. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the room and collection, because it's brought me a lot of joy and great times through the years. And like I said, I don't really want to move from this room, but it'll all work out. I just wanted to show all of what I had before I have to leave it all. It's not a terrible thing, but yeah, there's all these sets. It's just, I love it. But thank you for watching the video. And like I said, if you have any questions about anything or want to see anything more, just let me know and I can show you. But thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And stay tuned for some more content coming your way.